Hey guys, George again. I just got back from a pastor's conference, and I can't even begin to get into everything that was said and how much what was said began to change my life. It was great. It was great. YS Palooza, it was called. It was awesome. But one of the things said in the first speaker, it was a guy named Chap Clark, and he is from Fuller Seminary, and he began to talk about the woman at the well, and he talked about Jesus's travel to the well first, and he touched on something, and he kind of even just went over it, but God picks up a word sometimes, and he throws it off of the page. And so in John chapter 4, verse 4, it says that Jesus or in the Gideon Bible it said needed to go through Samaria. And he gave the geographical meaning between that. That I believe it was Galilee on top and Judea on bottom and Samaria in the middle, and that Jesus they had to go through Samaria, and that the disciples didn't understand why. And I always thought, like, when I heard he had or he needed, that it was just something that needed to be done. But this time when I read it, I read it differently. I read that he needed. There was something inside of him that knew he had to go through Samaria. It wasn't just because it was the way to go. It wasn't just because it was the shortest route, but because he needed. There was something Jesus needed to do in Samaria. And we know the story. He talks to the woman at the well and offers her living water. And that word needed and had just stuck with me, and sometimes there's that need in us as Christians and Christian leaders that we know we need to do something. And Samaria wasn't a comfortable place. I mean, maybe for Jesus, but sure enough not for the disciples. They didn't want anything to do with Samaritans, much less a woman from Samaria. But there was something needed there, and it was a painful place for that woman at the well. But being open to that painful place, Jesus touched something in her and brought peace to her life. And I think about things that I feel that God has laid on my heart that need to be done. Things I need, places I need to go through to get where God has me going. And how I can be just like the disciples. How I can say, well, I don't want to go through Samaria. I don't care how long it takes or how much energy it takes. Let's go around. It's about time I start doing what needs to be done. It's time to just go ahead and go straight into Samaria. So if there's anything that God is laying on your heart that needs to be done in your life, places that you need to go through, don't fear. Don't be afraid. If God is placing that in you and on you, then go. Because healing was found at the well. Living water was found at the well. And I'm always up for a drink of that. Love you guys.